Okay, guys, this being the last reaction video for this month. Yep. And of course, as I mentioned in the second to last reaction video, yep, another CinemaSins video for me to react to. And here's the thing. Fun fact. Originally, the last reaction video, this, that you're watching right now, at first, it was going to be, of course, something CinemaSins. I first considered me and my dad reacting to Everything Wrong with a Christmas Story, but unfortunately, we never could get the chance to do it, so for Plan B, I decided to react to Everything Wrong with Elf. However, recently, I thought of this because I reviewed something Batman, and for it being Christmassy, which being Merry Little Batman, and seeing as how the next reaction video after this that you're watching, and which the next reaction video will be the first reaction video for the new year, etc., and it's something Batman. Yeah, I decided, you know what? I'll go ahead and react to this. And technically, this Batman film, you know, it has Christmas to it, and technically kind of is Christmassy. And yes, that's right. For my Plan C of what CinemaSins video that I'm reacting to, and for this being, again, the last reaction video for this month, that's right. And again, you read the title. I'm reacting to Everything Wrong with Batman Returns in 16 minutes or less. Yes. And if I hadn't, I mean, yes, I have. You know, I've stated this, and in fact, I did a top 5 list of, you know, of my favorite Batman films, and this being my #1 favorite, and I also did a review on Batman Returns. I've gone on saying that, you know, I really enjoy Batman Returns. Everything about it is really awesome, from, you know, this being another Batman film by Tim Burton. Michael Keaton, of course, as Bruce Wayne / Batman. We have Danny DeVito as the Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Christopher Walken in this. Everything in Batman Returns, I think, is really good. You know, aside from some things that, yeah, I can understand it, like most notably, and if my dad were here reacting this with me, he would definitely tell you that the one thing in this Batman film that he can't stand is the penguins with missile rockets on their backs, like that whole thing with the penguins, like, and I'm sure some of you would agree too, but I don't know. I mean, it surprisingly doesn't really bother me. I mean, besides, the penguins practically raised the penguin, and I don't know if they're under mind control or something. I mean, because with the gear that the penguins have and the button that Penguin uses, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know. And I'm pretty sure that CinemaSins is definitely going to sin on that and anything else that they're going to sin on. So you just never know when it comes to CinemaSins and what they're going to sin on in movies and TV because of their other YouTube channel, TV Sins. So yeah. Okay, so without further ado, and with all that being said, let us begin this video. Everything Wrong with Batman Returns in 16 minutes or less. 3, 2, 1, start. And the music, of course, by Danny Elfman.
Unprofessional doctors run at the sight of ugliness. Their child was born different, therefore the sensible thing was to raise him in a tiny cage. I mean, of course, right? Paul Rubens almost certainly shot this cameo prior to his actual porno theater arrest, but still, porno theater arrest, and all that implies.
And his voice performance as Locke from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Sudden bats show up for no reason other than a mad convergence of coincidental harmony. DC Comics, the Penguin will become the Penguin via a story not unlike the Jungle Book. Also, for some reason, Gotham has...
I didn't think of that, the Jungle Book.
That makes sense. Also, how the penguins take care of a human baby? Can their beaks change diapers? 48 DeVito years. Also, 30 Why not just 30? Do we really give it what exact age that penguin baby grows up to be in this film? Was some writer just trying to get cute by being too specific with the length of the time jump? Also, Gotham City looks exactly like the covers of those 1960s science fiction novels that your older brothers drew an entire animated stick figure kung fu flip book through that was more interesting than the book itself. This
Kind of does. Now that I'm thinking of it. Thanks a lot, CinemaSins.
Intentionally inspires the Joel Schumacher Batman movies. Why the fuck is the sewer the penguin could get this good a look at the Christmas tree? I'll tell you for a fact there isn't one because it looks fake. Also, this movie came out June 19th, 1992. Back then, people craved Christmas movies in the summer.
July.
From the villain straight to Alfred shop. They try to make Michelle Pfeiffer look all frumpy, but it comes off as dishonest as she's all that. That's the point of a giant cat ornament on the side of your building that tells time but has no numbers on it. Hey, Bill, what time is it? It's that eyebrow right inside 0 o'clock. Really? Oh, it's almost 7 then. Tim Burton direct his True Vision, you end up with lavish sets and 2/5 the extras you need.
Will you welcome, please, Gotham's own Santa Claus, Max Shrek.
With absolutely no subtlety whatsoever, Batman Returns names one of its villains after the actor who famously played Nosferatu, minus 1 letter.
Oh, darn.
How would someone this ditzy ever get this job in the first place? I actually think there are more microphones in attendance than spectators.
We want the big guy. The guy who runs the show.
What do you want?
Not you. Shrek.
Why not just ask for Shrek in the first place?
Let go.
So, how does the bat signal tell him where to go, though? Is he using police scanners at this point? Because if so, wouldn't monitoring police scanners have told him about this situation before the bat signal did? I think it would have. When 2 people are shooting at Batman from the hood of his Batmobile, his best option is to brake suddenly and hope there's a fire around. Straight up murder.
Thanks for saving the day, Batman.
He did? All they did was take out 4 guys. Did we miss all the ass-kicking on the hundreds of other bad guys who were running around? Max decided to stand on a sewer grate for some reason. Most people avoid standing or walking on them because they mistrust the government, but Max actually stands on them proudly. And you see what happens.
I want to find out who I am by finding my parents.
How did you learn English? Was it that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle way? The parents didn't teach you, did they?
A lot of tape and a little patience make all the difference.
I don't doubt you taped all the incriminating documents back because they did.
Plus the group of circus performers.
Does a company like Shrek destroy every day? How did you know you weren't piecing back together yesterday's lunch menu?
Honey, I'm home! I forgot. I'm married.
Movie constantly hammers home how pathetic Selena Kyle is, as if the studio had said, no one's going to believe Michelle Pfeiffer is this much of a loser. She's going to have to remind everyone in every scene. Then people will believe it. Giving cats milk is
She's got a nice-looking apartment. I don't know.
From the Sins video, I hope it's don't f***ing give milk to cats. Also, this is the apartment of 2s. 2 teapots on the stove, 2 teacups awaiting tea on the counter, 2 toys on the doggy bed, 2 steps to get up to the counter, 2 tomatoes in the window. Where is the second cat already?
Selena, about that Christmas getaway we planned?
Wait. You mean there's actually a man in her life who she's actually excited about? She just doesn't acknowledge him until the answering machine message drives home even more patheticness? Also, can someone transport me to a world where all the guys turn down Michelle Pfeiffer?
And, I even opened the protected files.
I know she's supposed to be a
Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Keaton used to date. Fun fact.
To open protected files.
I figured your password was Geraldo, your chihuahua, and it was.
If you'd done this to Sarah Palin, your ass would be in jail right now.
What did curiosity do to the cat?
Preemptive punnery. I know it's late at night, but that's gonna go unnoticed? Seriously? Unlike,
Yeah.
murder victim ever, cats will inexplicably race to this woman's rescue and lick her wounds with nourishing cat saliva. And that will somehow matter in the grand scheme of things, and maybe even keep her alive. What the actual f***? By the way, what you're seeing here is the extremely dark version of the makeover from She's All That. It's amazing that cats even helped her after all the abuse she's given them. Feeding them milk, throwing them on the floor. Just what did she do to deserve superpowers? There's no way any disposal...
Not superpowers, but...
clogging up the sink. Selena took the time to deface
Not like
Superman,
Superman, that kind of thing.
With the unbelievability factor higher than most Batmans at this point, it's amazing Selena can't call on her cat army to sew this costume for. Also, why is this the first thing you think to do when you've been revived from the dead and now you have powers? You know what? Gonna need a costume. It's just the way it is. The Gotham City in this movie is the most uncomfortably small city ever made, and it's way too obviously a set. In the last movie, even though they kept using the same theater in the background over and over, it felt a lot bigger than Whoville. Mom doesn't seem all that upset.
What a coincidence, you know, the second to last reaction video I did.
This plan entirely relies on a crowd to be completely quiet after a baby just got stolen, and hope that no one will try and play hero and jump down in the sewer to chase the guy. Also, because no one here is an actual detective, no one will wonder how the sewer grating was left completely open for the kidnapper to conveniently jump down into to make his escape, and how Penguin just happened to be there to stop it. Somehow, despite the fact that this duck is the thing that elevates Penguin to the surface, he will emerge with no duck in sight, even as he continues to be elevated out of the sewer, because, let's face it, there was no way that duck was getting through that opening. What I'm saying is, this shit downright impossible.
Yeah.
Who was born a little different.
In a nutshell, Penguin describes all Tim Burton movies. See all these bats roaming free? I wonder what happened to that one caged bat Bruce held hostage during the last movie. Nearly all the paragraphs on this newspaper, except the first one underneath the headline about the circus, is a bunch of bullshit. Also, while I may be too lazy or busy to find them all, you can rest assured that each and every one of this movie's close-up newspaper shots has some glaring inaccuracy.
I was their number one son, and they treated me like number two.
Ugh, I guess you weren't expecting a poo joke in Batman, but there you go.
He's like a frog.
A poo joke.
He's more like a penguin. This extra would be excellent at CinemaSins.
Hey, there's that.
I'm glad Catwoman is here to save this chick, but how did she beat Batman here? And wait, Batman never even shows up in this scene? The hell?
My first time.
I mean, one overlooked aspect of cat behavior is their ability to kung fu.
I'd offer you coffee, but my assistant is using a vacation time.
We didn't bother to replace her during vacation time, so actually no one is getting coffee the next 2 weeks regardless of who they are. Bruce and Shrek agreed to see each other as long as Bruce got to conduct the meeting at a comically hilarious distance away from Max. I mean, it's as simple as how many times you see the sky in this movie. You know how movies set in New York find a way to show you a sky every now and then? Gotham has no sky, and I can practically see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air getting taped in the background. This idiot's
Well, it is a Tim Burton film, so...
grunting, grotesque, flipper-having, raw, fish-devouring mass of a creature, elected mayor. This idiot is an idiot. Movie unintentionally inspires Mike Tyson.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Also, the sky is only seen at nighttime, you know?
This doesn't even feel like a Batman movie. Now we throw gross sexual innuendo in this with only a fraction of action so far. This movie isn't Batman. It's Edward Scissorhands reimagined by Danny DeVito.
Stop global warming. Start global cooling. Make the world
In a way, kind of. Like...
We didn't send Batman and Robin for Mr. Freeze copying the Penguin's exact same plan, so we will send it retroactively in this movie. How many villainous plots are going to revolve around freezing everything? This dog is going to carry a grenade to a store in order for it to blow up. But why? Using a dog in this way offers no advantages in stealth or execution. And don't you put the dog in danger? And how does a grenade have that kind of delay on it? Batman just stood there while this dude got harassed. If you have scanning technology that is this amazing, then why not use that on all weapons and end these things in 3 seconds? By the way, what the f*** does the Shrek company have to do with cats? Michelle Pfeiffer ends the lives of 2 potential mates for Andrew McCarthy. This is just a truly Batman movie. And it's way worse than we even remember it. There's virtually no room for Catwoman in this thing. She's just there and pointless. It's the patient zero of too many villain syndrome. Even the Gotham Wilhelms had their plight committed to celluloid.
That smile. Come on, that was good, like, I think.
Batman doesn't kill, though, right? I mean, that dude dead.
You don't really
Eh,
win, do you?
In a fight between the two of us right now, or in a game
It's
of
mutual,
Scrabble?
I
By the way,
guess.
I think the answer is yes.
I saw her first.
gotta fly.
Penguin with absolutely no
That might be the
proof makes
thumbnail.
a villainous exit from the scene for no reason. And he says, I saw her first, like he's going to chase after Catwoman. But no, he's just gone. This contraption defies all logic. And I mean all logic. What is this f***ery? Batman's climbing a ladder with an obvious steep drop behind him, but he lands on a roof? What the f***ing
I told you. I'm a woman.
Batman falls for this, whatever that
Yes,
is,
he
throws
does.
Catwoman into a thing that was previously nowhere near this whatchamacallit. Now Batman lets go, and he easily lands on something not that far below it. That means the dire situation Batman was in the beginning of the scene wasn't nearly as dire, and he didn't even need to throw that blue glowing thing at Catwoman. And how the f*** did Batman get on this completely other building above Catwoman after falling down another one to save her? I don't know, and you don't either. Quiet, Batman apologist in the back. This makes no sense. It's almost as if you have 9... Oh... Also, wow, what a fortuitous kitty litter truck. Those things drive around 24 hours a day.
Just the pussy heaven.
Just a coincidence.
Who's responsible for this awful penguin horniness? Why hasn't Shrek bought this guy some hookers yet? Do we really need James Bond double entendres in a Batman movie?
We're gonna disassemble his Batmobile and turn it into an H-bomb on wheels.
Never mind the specifics of how we'll do that. Or how we even got these blueprints in the first place. Just shut up and follow the script, damn it.
He'd have
Yeah.
even more power as a martyr.
What? Yet again, Batman villains don't want to kill Batman because of stupid reasons. Swallowing the bird whole is creepy and effective, but isn't remotely close to what real cats do with real birds. Also, and on the same subject, movie contains no scenes of Catwoman sneaking into her owner's bedroom and dropping off a bird head. First of all, why would you put your TV this close to the goddamn fire? Won't it melt soon? Did Catwoman even make the news last night? She blew something up with Batman a block away.
It's not that
Said it was the
close.
Penguin in closed quarters. Why the
Ah.
fuck is she front page news in all the papers? And why the fuck does Gotham have so many goddamn newspapers?
Who are you?
They just
You
do.
mean the guy who's in all the newspapers and all over TV? Oh, nobody. What world these people live in, where villains can throw a batarang at some random actress, and that makes enough sense to the cops to believe Batman did it. Also, luckily for Catwoman's plan, one of the Penguin's goons kept the batarang he threw at them in the last battle. Otherwise, how the hell are they going to frame Batman for anything?
And one.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
That's pretty much the explanation the movie gives for why Vicky Vale isn't in Batman Returns. But let's face it, the real reason is it's always more
Yeah.
entertaining to have some new love interest interest than to keep the one who was so goddamn special in the last movie.
This evidence is purely circumstantial.
And by no means should be shown on television for any reason, but it's great for the half-baked villainous plan. Bruce and Selena were just about to have sex on the couch, and Alfred comes wandering out of this room without being called or anything. So, how many times has Alfred seen Bruce rogering a lady in the mansion? 52 microphones, but only WXRX was allowed to use a branded mic for this event. Fishing. Also, at what point did the Circus
Fishing?
gang learn enough about the Batmobile to build a remote that it would obey? Look, just because you show me that they have some ill-gotten blueprints doesn't explain how they built a remote that cracks all the car's security features. Look, I know Penguin wants to make it so that it's easy for Batman to find this actress, but this is still one of the luckiest found and kidnapped person in a huge city moments I've ever seen. Absolutely no one is around to witness this gang f***ing with the Batmobile. It feels like at this point that Batman should know Catwoman is Selena Kyle. Greatest detective in the world, sure, but can't see the uncanny resemblance between alter egos.
Batman, push the princess!
Listen here, random in the crowd. You did not see from down here. You see how far up this is and how dark it is? And you're making this casual accusation while the woman is in midair.
Mistletoe could
Yeah.
be deadly if you eat it.
Good point.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
There's no reason for Batman to even bother saying this silly phrase in this situation, other than the scene later when they find out each other's secret identities. Also, after the cops' world record speed and getting to the top of that one building, they apparently lost all ability to...
I like that
chase
Commissioner
Batman
Gordon,
and they fell onto
you
a level.
know.
But with the buildings the way they are in this movie, who knows what's possible and what's not. The movie accidentally makes me think this is what kissing is, leading to a
Yeah,
world
that.
record embarrassing first kiss encounter. Oh yeah, he has wings. Why couldn't he save that girl from falling a minute ago? Or at least try? All that bullshit just happens to...
It's happening so quick, I mean,
Coming back to
you
his
know.
star. I'm still shocked this movie thinks the Batmobile is this easily hackable. Among this movie's many sins,
They found a way.
Batman rallying behind Oswald as a mayoral candidate may be the most egregious. I just don't get the timing of all this. Penguin was on top of a roof.
I don't like you anymore.
Not particularly concerned about time at all, but he somehow gets downstairs to f with the Batmobile before Batman can even reach it. Did they custom build this thing? I mean, I know he's about to control the real Batmobile.
Obviously.
They need to make the control system one of those nickel horsey rides outside Kmart. Penguin is rocking all...
Maybe that's what they did. Like, they stole it from a store. Like, I don't
You
know.
don't have any alarms that pop up when someone f***s with the car in the first place. And knowing the circus gang had the blueprints for this car, why weren't all the manual functions disabled so Batman couldn't operate anything on the inside? This is basically an
But that was a pretty good sequence with Penguin controlling the Batmobile.
Skinny mode Ex Machina too.
I think.
Security? Who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave?
Batman would be amazing at CinemaSins. Batman's secret trailer, of course,
Hey,
has
there's
a
another
secret
one.
Because logos and marketing are important deep down in a secret Batcave. Damn, this crowd brought a lot of lettuce and tomatoes.
Oh, you didn't mention.
Why is there always someone who brings eggs and tomatoes to a speech?
It wasn't just someone; it was everyone.
Hey, Penguin would be good at CinemaSins, right?
Nice reverse Elephant Man reference, and by that I mean I f***ing hate it.
These are the
I never thought of that.
first
Elephant Man reference.
Gotham City.
This movie is the Moses story, only Moses grows up to be the Pharaoh. I don't know how this religious allegory really fits a comic book sequel with more sexual innuendo than a Russ Meyer film, but whatever, it's art and stuff.
Take up our costume.
So Selena and Bruce, who both wear costumes in the real world, show up to this costume party without a costume. The irony is thick, but I'm still kicking.
Good point.
Following the rules on the invitation tickets. This mistletoe is hung in such a way that everyone at this party should be making out right now.
No, mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
My kiss can be even deadly.
Jesus, Bruce, that's a rookie-ass move, man.
Let's go outside.
I don't even know what to call this. Is this a sudden realization of alter ego, love connection, villain coincidence, ex machina? Because I think it might be. Movie does nothing to explain Penguin's obsession with yellow duckies. Also, he somehow had time to build a lift so powerful it would crash through the building's floor. Not to mention destruction-proofing this ducky. Where do you find all the time? All the firstborn sons in Gotham are kids, with no mix of teenagers or adults.
My dear Penguin.
And now, because he's called Penguin, he will be able to communicate with and control actual penguins. And I'm having Ant-Man flashbacks all of a sudden.
Nice reference. And I didn't think of that either.
Planets. You don't. Remember, all Batman knew was Penguin planning to kill everyone's firstborn sons. He did not know about the mass penguin missile gathering. And they're going to stop this by jamming the penguins' frequencies, something they should have zero clue about, since this is a plan Penguin just came up with. Weaponized penguins.
Penguin army
Yep.
approaching
Weaponized
launch
penguins.
destination.
He had time to hire this f***ing announcer girl to stare at some live-action data stream and make announcements. You movie.
But-
What? Penguin shaped
But
right
obviously she's one of the members of the circus. Like,
how does he execute a barrel roll in a sewer with this thing? If this thing has a duck image on it, fine. I just want to know why it doesn't image all the other objects in the room. Somehow, the Penguin presents some kind of physical challenge to Batman. Why does Penguin even press this button? What does he think will happen, since the Penguin missiles are all right here? Also, Batman seems very lucky not to be anywhere near the missiles, as they randomly find targets around Penguin's lair. Catwoman shows up in the finale so that her character doesn't seem worthless, and that fails.
Shut up. You're going to jail.
For what? What in this this movie can you actually pin on Max Schreck? Yeah, we all know this.
Well,
Evidence of what crime does Batman have on it? Meaningless explosions, a bear statue falls, excitement. What is the purpose of this? She already knows Bruce is Batman because of the mistletoe. The only thing this does is tell Max who Batman is. Don't bother aiming for the head, dickface. What the f? This movie has no idea how to end itself, so it just took all the ideas from the brainstorming meeting and implemented them in one big screwball of an ending. Penguin pallbearers and funeral rituals. And there were many, many more adventures with Batman and Catwoman after this.
148.
Chicks dig the car.
What would come next after Batman Returns? Yeah, so again, 148 sins. All right, what do the outtakes have in stored? What is that from again?
After being perched atop their mother's feet for 1,000 paces,
Uh.
like a child learning to dance on her mother's shoes.
Citizen Kane, right? That's Home Alone, right? Yeah. Now pucker up and kiss it, Whoville!
My God. Terrible news, folks.
Yeah.
The worst tragedy of our time.
Makes sense.
Please, I can't digest milk.
Oh.
Stretch as far as you can without injuring yourself.
He's a symbol. We don't have to be afraid of scum like you.
Yeah, you do, Brian. You really do.
Oh, Joker. Dark Knight. Sandman. And yeah.
You're deep in the wrong people.
You don't get to judge me just because you were born in the master bedroom of Wayne.
Actually, I was born in the Regency.
That's not Birdman, is it? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, actually, I now remember I actually did see the outtakes, and I might have seen this before, but that was a long time ago when I saw and watched Batman Returns. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I did, but like I said, that was a long time ago. So and hey, no harm in seeing this again and doing a reaction to it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, that was everything wrong with Batman Returns in 16 minutes or less. And yeah, that was pretty good, and very understandable what they had to say. But more on that in the jump cut. Hey guys, so that was my reaction to the CinemaSins video of everything wrong with Batman Returns in 16 minutes or less. And yeah, again, it's understandable what they had to say about Batman Returns and, should have seen it coming, what they were going to sin on. But overall, it was funny, entertaining, and pretty good. And again, that's the purpose of these videos from CinemaSins, for our entertainment. Yeah, because stuff that they sinned on and what they talked about, yeah, because some things that don't quite make sense, and that seem kind of again, best example, and as I talked about at the start of this reaction video, the one thing that, as I said, my dad cannot stand in this movie, the penguins with rockets/missiles on their backs, yeah, and what they said and sinned on that, yeah, totally understandable, I get it. And some other stuff that just kind of some stuff with Catwoman, Penguin, Max Schreck, I get it, I understand, but overall, to me, it's not that bad, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree, and as Nostalgia Critic said it best, naturally it has its lovers and haters, and that's a fact. There are some people that enjoy Batman Returns, but there are those that really do not like Batman Returns, and that's understandable, and that's their opinion. I totally understand and respect those who don't like it. It's their opinion. So yeah. But, for me, as I've stated, I'm one of those people that really enjoy it, and for it being my favorite Batman film, my number one favorite. But overall, because everything about it was really good. Like, as I pointed out, like, one of my favorite sequences in the film, where Penguin takes control of the Batmobile, and I just love, like, one of the first lines he gives right before he starts taking control of it. "Gentlemen, start your screaming!" Like, that was a good line right there, right as he's about to take control of it and cause chaos on the road. Oh, it's great. And, yeah, because Danny DeVito as the Penguin, he did a spot-on job as the Penguin. And he had the perfect body for the Penguin, don't you think? Because I think he did. And he pulled off a good likeness for the Penguin, and how this Penguin, in this Batman material, how he is and how he's portrayed, and he's born, like, you know, different, and what's the word? Morphed or something? You know what I'm saying. Yeah, that. And, yeah, I think that makes sense. And, you know, Penguin's evil schemes that he does in the film, and some, like, brutal things. Like, oh my gosh, like, Penguin, like, biting that one guy's nose. You know, the fact that, this movie upset McDonald's, and it is a fact, because, you know, even Tim Burton established this, and, you know, McDonald's was upset / disturbed by this, and that goes for parents who complained about what was in Batman Returns. And, you know, it's a bit strange, because if some rated R movies at that time, like Terminator and Aliens, if they got their toy lines and nobody complained, why do people complain about Batman Returns? This is Batman we're talking about. When you look at, say, Terminator and Aliens, you can see why that those two movies got an R rating. Golly, I tell ya. And the fact that Batman Returns, I got a PG-13? Yeah, PG-13 rating. So yeah. Come on, a PG-13 rated film and it still gets in trouble? Like, oh my gosh. What were people thinking back then on Batman Returns? I'm just saying. And yeah, what would come next after Batman Returns? It was a big mistake for Warner Brothers to not let Tim Burton direct, you know, the next Batman film. But it's what happened, and, you know, that's Batman history for you, because enter Joel Schumacher, and he would bring us two god-awful Batman films. Well, I mean, Batman Forever, I don't think it's god-awful. Come on, it can't be that bad. But Batman and Robin, oh, yeah, definitely for sure. I won't deny that. Like, because what Batman and Robin is like and how it turned out, oh my gosh, like, and, you know, Joel Schumacher, he publicly apologized for how it turned out, and, you know, he wanted to make his two Batman films dark. He wanted to do something special to the two Batman films he did, but Warner Brothers, they wouldn't have it after they too were disturbed by the results of Batman Returns. Golly, like, you know, Warner Brothers at times, like, you know. Yeah. But yeah, overall, because what CinemaSins had to say on Batman Returns, yeah, I get it. It's understandable. And, you know, with some funny stuff in this, like, you know, how they do this at times, you know, this guy or whoever would be excellent at CinemaSins. I mean, Penguin, him commenting and asking, why does somebody bring tomatoes to a speech? Like, that's something that would have Penguin be perfect for CinemaSins. I don't know why he didn't say that. You know, he also didn't the narrator didn't point out that one scene, because, yeah, Bruce Wayne, you know, hijacking, like, the speakers, and because he recorded audio of what Penguin was saying, you know, I played this city like a hawk from hell, and playing it over the speakers, he basically, like, he played the CD like a record player, you know, obviously that was for, you know, repeating it a couple of times. That's understandable. And even that was another thing that my dad complained on, but, you know, the technology that Bruce Wayne has, come on, like, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm taking a guess, that's all. So again, what CinemaSins had to say on Batman Returns, understandable, but again, overall, it was funny and entertaining. And again, that's the purpose for these CinemaSins videos. And what about you guys? What did you think of the video itself, what CinemaSins had to say on Batman Returns, and if any of you enjoy Batman Returns, and if any of you, think it's and if you agree what CinemaSins had to say on Batman Returns. And what did you think of my reaction? Leave comments and give this reaction video a like, as always. So, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the CinemaSins video of everything wrong with Batman Returns in 16 minutes or less. More reaction videos are on the way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video / reaction. And again, this being the last reaction video for this month, and stay tuned for the next batch of reaction videos for next month / the new year. And as I mentioned / teased, the next reaction after this will be something else Batman. Stay tuned for that. Take care, peace out, and for one last time, happy holidays / Merry Christmas / Happy New Year to all of you.